Well, everyone who's here and watching the VOD, welcome to the Derp Central roast of Zach. I am the host Shinnigan, and like everything I plan, it will be mildly funny and a disaster like Sergeant Savage's love life. Told you I
To
had
be
one.
honest,
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We had many planned roasters, but half of them haven't turned up because, again, I'm a bad host. But we have Bucky here, Sergeant Savage himself, and Skeeter, as well as our favourite victim, Zach. And because I know Bucky's not prepared, we'll start with the man who plays the man who was breastfed on Moonshine, Skeeter.
Uh-oh. Well, I gotta Google everything real quick.
no one prepares.
Meant to be more prepared than I was.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Glad to see you have a decent turnout. I'm sure we all have something better to do today, like play the new Family RP server, go hang out with friends, learn how to tie a noose, watch paint dry. But we're all here honoring Zaquelle, even though her birthday's next week. Even though, happy birthday, early, you sweet, kind, derpy, lovable, murderous psychopath. We recently talked about role-playing an arc and how difficult it is to get into character. Personally, I think Zaquelle would be all up for it. Tranks, handcuffs, cages, and being dragged or carried away. Think of all the possibilities. Looking at the dais, we have Bucky, myself, Shin. Fortunately, Safi, Immortal, and Hazard couldn't make it. Thank you for setting this all up, Shin, and thank you for talking to Zaquelle's husband for making sure she's not tied up at some Stockholm Syndrome meeting. Shin is one of your top admins for Zaquelle's stream. If you ever took time to sit and chat when she's streaming, you'll quickly notice that if you can chew gum, walk, and not die a horrible death, you're almost overqualified for the role. Alright, Immortal Live. Unfortunately, he's not here, but those of you that don't know, Immortal just is joining from Scotland. The same place that brings us bagpipes, haggis, raging alcoholism, and him. Nothing but the best. I heard his character is a cadet now, or explorer. I can't remember. It's hard to keep track when what to call a title nowadays. He should just grab a map, his friend Boots, and go find out. Now, little do people know, the only reason Immortal was actually hired as an LEO was because he showed up to his interview with half his face painted blue. Luckily, they have a special hiring policy for special ed kids, so they let him in. He's going to be in charge of the choo-choo trains down at the PD. Speaking of incompetent officers, how's it going, Bucky? I'm glad you actually made it. I'm glad you actually made it to the roast. I mean, with the amount of times you're supposed to meet Zoe at the clinic, I thought we would get Half-Life 3 before you'd actually make an appearance at something. I'm sure everyone noticed recently, Twitch made it so you can change your username and everyone started switching it up. Bucky was no exception to this, of course. In an attempt to get more views, he went from Buck Naked to just Bucky. I mean, it makes sense, really. People already didn't watch your stream, especially not naked. No one wants to see that. I heard that you were bringing Officer Bayo with you. I guess he could make it. He must be taking another driving lesson from Ray Charles.
I think, actually, I don't mean to cut you off, Skeeter, but I think he was getting it from Stevie Wonder.
Ah, that works. Daffy Pie also couldn't make it, unfortunately. But she's another one that's better to do than be at this shit show. She's one of the finest paramedics of Family RP. She does an amazing job with helping patients, being kind, and the light shining in the darkness of all the chaos. Wait a minute. Nope, that's not right. Oh, this is for Annie. Okay, that's why. There it is. Amy, bringing gross negligence back into style. Anyone that doesn't know Safi, she put out a Christmas song a few weeks ago. Hydrix actually made a trap remix of it and improved on it quite a bit. I mean, he removed about 95% of the vocals and ukulele, but huge improvement if you ask me. Everyone's always shipping Zamey and hashtag Zamey in chat everywhere. I kind of feel bad for Annie and all this, though. I mean, luckily she can always swoop in for the next attempt once Zoe adds another name to the friend zone. Personally, I really don't care who wins. Just let me watch, alright? Hazard's another person that couldn't make it today. I see he recently got bumped up to council in Family RP. Congrats! Another shining star added to the community for his outstanding RP is Mav Doretto, bringing the finest slimy mechanic RP to Los Santos. Now you can overpay and get ripped off in-game and real life. That's what I call immersion. Mav has such a big ego in Los Santos, he recorded a video of himself jerking off, then proceeds to jerk off to it. And finally, Zaquelle, the woman of the hour. I hope you have a great time today. I figured you'd be in the new server organizing another family-friendly ride destined to end in horrible pain and ambulance rides. Zoe has killed so many people on Mount Gordo and Chiliad, it makes FEMA look like a star during Hurricane Katrina. Zoe is one of the nicest, most helpful characters in Family RP. Loved and adored by many. She always has a following with her. I mean, usually they all have guns and she's locked up in the trunk, but she has admirers nonetheless. As a psychiatrist in Los Santos, Zoe's in charge of helping people face their demons, turn their lives around for the better, and she does a pretty damn good job at it. If no one believes me, we can always ask Barry. Oh, wait. As we all know, Zaquelle has a very artistic side and creative. She makes wonderful artwork, emotes for herself in the community, doodling on a game table instead of learning the damn card game. I mean, we really have to thank the mods and Shin for keeping her on track and her chat in order. I mean, let's be totally honest here. The only reason we watch her stream is for the chat. Even if it's chock full of neck-bearded, fedora-wearing lovable trolls. Like some kind of neglected bastard child from Dungeons & Dragons convention and BlizzCon. I'd also like to thank Comcast for taking the initiative before the net neutrality vote, for starting to remove distasteful content from the internet, by throttling Zaquelle's upload. Now we can sit in Discord without having to hit mute on the stream just to hang out. Really streamlining the process. But today is all about Zaquelle, you lovable, helpful, caring, sweet, kind derp. You're a bright, shining star in the community, and I'm honored to interact with you and be a part of your community. There's some amazing people here in the Rack Pack that welcomes everyone with open arms. Thank you for being such an amazing person and being a prime example of what a Twitch streamer should be, and how to be a top-notch role player. We're all so lucky to have someone like you, and all the positivity it brings us. Thank you, Shin, for setting this all up, and everyone for taking part in this. To all you haters out there, you can pick on me and Skeeter all you want, but remember, every night, Skeeter's the one cuddling up in bed with Zaquelle. You wait! I'm out.
Yeah, somebody follow that.
Well,
Good
thank
fucking
you,
luck.
What?
Skeeter. I think you misordered names right at the end there, but at least I hope he did.
Huh?
That's about right, Skeeter. I think you called Zach.
What? I said Skeeter's the one curling up in bed with Zaquelle. Yeah,
The end.
Ah.
Yes, roasting and kick up the ass when I was asked you because I got as far as planning as I'd asked maybe 2 people who hadn't replied at the time. And then you gave me a kick up the ass and I got a few more who in the end haven't turned up, but that's by the by, it's bad timing. So we do have Bucky, who I will get to in a moment. But I've only really got him left with notes because I'm bad at writing jokes. So we'll hand it over to the only fat guy I know that never has food in his house, Bucky.
Well, everybody who's not here, screw them. That's all I gotta say. Screw 'em.
Thanks for showing up, Bucky.
Unprepared.
Call it late, unprepared. Right there.
And I'm here.
And Soul, thank you for all the biddies.
All right, so since I only have pretty much Shinajin, how do you say your name?
Anything.
Brenton, Oi, thank you guys so much for all the
Shino,
biddies.
Shinajan, Shinagan.
I'm glad you
All
guys liked it.
And Skeeter and Zaquelle.
Eater's a redneck. You can Google redneck jokes if that makes it easier.
Insert type in here. I didn't have a plan for if the only other person to turn up disappeared.
All right, Skeeter, you're the one person that, you know, is great to have around, but it's just like glue. You don't really
Wow,
want
nice.
him. You're not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call up Skeeter. He just like appears like mold on your bathroom wall, and you're like, oh god, now that's here. But you help de-escalate the situation and put people back on track in some way with your moonshine and wanting to take people out into the middle of the woods and get them hunting. Which if you actually do that, I'm pretty sure you're going to be the one top killer in Los Santos because people will shoot each other by accident, and then suddenly I'm not the worst person in the world.
Pretty big mountain to climb, though.
It is a really big mountain climb, but I believe in you. But you're a great guy, you're funny, and you're pretty chill. You're just always there. And you think that you cuddle with the... How did you say my name? Skeeter?
Huh?
How did you say it? Zaquelle.
Or Zaquelle?
Zaquelle at night? You literally had to kill a raccoon in Rust, or the forest, mounted on your wall to even be able to cuddle. So murder is not the way to go. Doesn't count. I'm sorry. But thank you for coming out. You're always reliable. Probably the most reliable of all Los Santos.
He's a good dog.
He is. Like, even Jay's not as reliable. Weird.
It works for you.
I know. It's gonna be bad. And Shin for the lovely, actually, I don't... Gluing this
Tempt.
together? It's like, you took cardboard, cut it up, and was like, I'm gonna put all these pieces together when they're not supposed to, and now it's all falling apart, so it was never structurally sound.
So it's like every Zack stream.
Yeah, every Zack stream. Thank you for trying to do it and trying to put it together. My birthday's always been a pain in the ass to get anyone involved into anything, so thank you for putting in the effort and making this happen.
It's no problem. I mean, you gave many people on in Twitch and in the family, you gave them a community to come hang out in. You're a friend to most of them. And this place is a family to some too. Which is why I attempted to do something that's different, but that I knew you'd enjoy. Because that is just you all over. Different but enjoyable.
So what we should do now is everybody sing happy birthday very loudly.
A week in advance.
And off key.
Yes.
We'll do that next week, Dwinger.
Okay. Sounds good.
He just wants to
Fine.
sing off key and have his
People
voice
come
bad
watch
and-
Skeeter just insult a bunch of people. At least avoid one muted there.